Hello everyone! Today we're going to be learning the purl stitch. Now the purl stitch is a little more fiddly than the knit stitch. It's not more complicated, it's just a little more fiddly. So again, for this cast on, refer to the long tail cast on video. And again, if you pull the line away from the needle, you see here are the purl stitches on the back or the wrong side of the knitting. So for the purl stitch, and again we're going to be tensioning the yarn over the index finger and the back of the hand, we're actually going to bring the working yarn to the front of the piece. So for purling, the working yarn goes in the front of the work, not the back. And we're going to be inserting the needle purl-wise. So let me bring this closer so you can see. We're going to be going from back to front. Now you don't need to be totally like all the way from the back of this stitch, but you do need to know that the yarn is in front, so you're pulling the loop through the front towards the back. Oops, almost lost a stitch there. So again, the yarn is in the front. You're going to insert the needle from back to front, the back of the work and the back of the stitch to the front of the work and the front of the stitch. And then you're gonna somehow wrap that tensioned yarn around your needle and bring it through the loop on the needle to the back. And that gives you a purl stitch. So we have 2 purl stitches on there now, and we're going to go ahead and do a third one. And again, this takes some practice, so you're going from the back of the stitch to the front with your right hand needle, and then you're wrapping the yarn around the needle and just pulling that yarn through the stitch on the left hand needle to create a loop. And you see how they look like little tires on their sides? That's what you want. That's the back of the knit stitch, i.e. the purl stitch. So let's do that a few more times here. We're taking our right hand needle, inserting it purl-wise through the back of the stitch, and then we're grabbing the yarn that we're tensioning with our index finger and our left hand and pulling a loop through the one that we already have on our left hand needle. And that is the knit stitch. So having the yarn in the front like this does make it a little more fiddly, in my opinion, than the knit stitch. So it's gonna take a little bit longer maybe for you to get comfortable with this, but it's just as important as the knit stitch. So let me finish off this row. We're going to, there we go. Alright, so just remember the working yarn goes in front. We're inserting the needle from the back to the front, and we're just trying to grab the working yarn through the stitch to pull up a loop. And as you can see in the front, here are our knitted stitches. And that concludes our purl stitch lesson. So don't forget to use the hashtag knitwithawitch on Instagram to tag your progress photos and questions, and I'll see you guys in the next class. Bye bye.